everyone, I'm Rhonda, and I'm just so glad to be back today. I'm sorry it's taken me so long. I have actually been sick, so still recovering from some bronchial stuff, but I'm getting there. But today I thought I'd just come on real quick and just share with you something that I've been doing with my scraps, and I had an example, but at the moment I can't find it. So I thought we'd just make some more. But I'm always having leftover strips of paper and vellum or just from projects. And so I also have plenty of lace that's always left over, that ends up all over the floor, little bits and pieces. So I thought we could just make some little snippet strips with our leftover paper. So what I've done is just kind of gather up some lace and just cut bits and pieces if they're not already small enough, and just kind of lay them out on the strip until I get them like I want them. And so I'm just gonna keep adding them to my paper here, and what I'm gonna do is kind of glue them on the edges so that then I can sew down the middle without getting glue on my needle. Just layer and let them all pile up on each other. Add bits and pieces. You can use fabric. I'm going to put this under this one. I hope everybody's doing well. I have been down for a couple weeks now. Still trying to keep up, but it's not that easy. But I'll get there. One thing about it, life doesn't slow down, no matter what's going on. You just have to kind of decide what's most important in those times that you can't keep up, and what you're able to actually do when you feel bad. And let's see, let me find another piece here down here. Maybe that. I think I'm going to put this under this one. I keep moving them, don't I? They just jump around. I need to be gluing them as I go. Put that there. Maybe do this one since it moved on me. Maybe this way. And so you see how you just kind of get a little snippet strip, I guess. And so I think that's pretty good. You can always add later, and you can always put more once you get it sewn down if you don't like it. So I'm just gonna go a strip along the edge here. Try not to move that. Okay, and then I'm gonna come back and do this side. These are just quick, easy ways that you can use up your scraps and just kind of play sometimes when you don't necessarily have anything on your desk to do, or when you're just kind of stumped for what to do. And sometimes this will really inspire me start a project once I get the finished result here. Just kind of boost me a little bit. Anything to get that creativity flowing. And so there you can see just kind of a nice little soft lace snippet there. And so I'm going to go sew this really quick. It's the finished product there after sewing. Pull that string out of there. So there's that. And that's just really pretty added to the side of a page, or you can snip it off and do something else. You could add buttons, little photos, anything. It'd just be really sweet. So there's one of them. So I'm going to try something on this because I think this would be a really good background. It'd be really pretty behind some lace. So I have this piece. All the way up with it like that. See, that's going to be pretty as you see it through there. I'm going to add a little bit of this kind of sparkly ribbon. Maybe up here to add some color behind that. Just gives it a little hint of shine. You can have this little bit of a quilt. So I'm just going to pull that little top layer off so it's not so thick. Maybe I should put this one down here since it fits this corner better. And I can use this one up here. And we already have a cute little thing going there. I think I like it like that better, so the rough edge can be seen. And then I may add this little piece here. I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue down before I lose that. I just love how the little scraps look together. I just think it adds something extra to your projects. A little softness, a little personal touch. Just want just enough to hold it on there. Something as simple as that just adds a lot to your project. So I have this little delicate piece here. And I have this one. I think I'm going to glue this right here, and I can punch a hole and it'll be a bookmark. And so I stitched it first, and then I glued this, and now I'll put a little eyelet there and some seam binding ribbon at the top, and it'll be so cute just as a little bookmark. And you can just go back and glue anything that's not secured once you get the stitching in. I just like to do that first before I glue too much, because the glue messes up my needle. So this is looking really cute. Something I didn't think about was the fact that I had to cut my hole through the stitch in there, so I may just have to kind of reinforce that with some glue whenever I get through here. There's it with the eyelet added. So there's that with the little seam binding ribbon added to the top. Really cute. So another way that I do these is just by taking little tiny pieces of lace, kind of layer them up the strip. And it's just using up any kind of little pieces. And so you can just keep layering it till you get it all the way up the strip. Nothing complicated. And it just uses up any size of your little fabric strips, and then you can come back and fill in any little gaps. You just kind of just layer it like that. And it makes a really cute little side ruffle. And you can make it thicker than this if you want. I just kind of doing it quickly. And then I'm just going to take this glue right here. And actually, it would probably be easier. Let me just take it, slide it all off really quick. If I would just start with some glue before I ever lay it on there. Once I get the glue on there, and I'm going to trim that piece, then you can just start going at the strip as quickly as possible before my glue dries. Like that. And then I'm just going to add a little extra piece here. And I forgot and put glue all over, but it's okay. I'll just wait to sew it till it's good and dry. And then you can just come back and trim whatever you don't like. If anything's sticking out too far or raggedy. Or you can leave it raggedy if you like that. And then you can always back it with some book paper or something would be pretty. So that is another really simple way to use up just the little tiny pieces and just layer them up. And then I'll come back and sew a strip down the middle. So here's another one that I made, just layering those tiny little pieces of lace on top of each other all the way up the strip of paper. I made a few more off camera and I just think they turned out really pretty. The ones on vellum are a little flimsy, so you could always back them with book paper or music paper or whatever you would like back there, even fabric. But I just think they turned out really pretty. And it just adds a lot of detail to your pages and your tags or whatever else you can find to make with them. So I just think it's a really beautiful way to use up your scraps and also just add some extra little details to your journals. So I think all this turned out nice. But there's one more thing that I wanted to show you. I'm working on a project and my son brought in this paper bag. I just could envision making a journal out of it. There you can see where the base of the bag, how it normally comes, and I just took and folded that flap down, and then I coffee dyed it and laid my lace pattern over it, and it made a really pretty dark coffee dye on it. And then when you flip it around, then it kind of makes like a trifold portfolio, and there it's torn, but that won't be any problem. I'll fix that to where it's not noticeable. And then you can put that little flap in between those two little layers there and add some Velcro, and it just becomes a little closure. And I just think it's going to be such a neat little journal when I get through. And then on the inside you can always add pages, and then you have a pocket in the opening of the bag, and however else you want to create pockets with the other parts of the bag. So you can always add that even to the front of the journal, and it would be really pretty. Here I'm showing you how when you add your pages in there, then it just makes a really nice little extension on the edge of your page for a tuck or just to add an embellishment. So there's just some ideas, and I'm just excited to show you this next project as soon as I get through. And I'm just so glad to be back and be able to be here with you today. So I really appreciate y'all stopping by and just always supporting my channel. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. God bless.